It is Tuesday, the 29th of April 2025. 22 minutes past 1600 hours. We live once again on Aqu24 Radio, Arabopa Radio, Aqu24 Radio GH with another edition of Bamaso. Streaming on our social handles, all Aqu24 Radio, Facebook, YouTube, X, among the rest. Here, discerning Ghanaians with discerning thoughts, we come with a primary objective of figuring out all possibilities with which we can equally contribute to the development of our dear nation Ghana. When we say equally contributing to the development of our dear nation Ghana, it doesn't mean we are all going to have the same degree or level of contribution. Well, depending on which capacity that you may have, depending on the available resources onto you, you would have to use that in order to also be a contributory factor to the development of our dear nation Ghana. And no matter who you are, no matter where you are, and no matter what you are as well, as long as you still have life, you have something to also contribute, and that is what we seek to figure out and do. Yes, when we come to the place where we understand the need for which we would have to contribute our bit to the development of our Ghana, our dear nation Ghana, we also have to make sure we become catalyst in awakening or causing others to also contribute to that bit, their bit. Some of it all. That is what we come here to do. So if you are here for the first time, whatever the case may be, curiosity, you just bumped into Aqu24 Radio. It is for a reason. You are here on a personal journey to make yourself better, on a personal journey to be that catalyst that awakens the best in other people. That is a journey that we all have to embark upon. And this is a very joyful journey when you are able to cause another person to reason on a progressive course, to come to the realization of what must be done, how it must be done for beautiful results. It is a joyful event. So I would humbly welcome you once again to Bamaso, where it is all about you, discovering the very best of yourself for the very best of Ghana. And she can see a strong demudo and the demo people and come out. Maybe I will be a some pens you will feed another Aqu24 Radio. Our radio and Aqu24 Radio GH. And so, any of our social handles, and so dear, Aqu24 Radio, a bomba. Why? Yabaha, you have a twat, you heard the OC to me, yo. Na o my Ghana. Etimi efa nentumapa efra enti yenya bepimu wa ha na kire se o ma Ghana nti ane aba enti na kire se wose ye wo ye party ntare nyina gu baabi na ya maami Theodosia ya oku ya maami bo modin ajama ayen no mum na wo se ye no a ya ma ewiase nyina hu ni se ye do Ghana na enipa nkuto nso ana ye hwehwe amasa wa mai kronkron nti free sam pempensu ya kopem se ye dwumadi no ba wie de ye bibia ye tiawa ye very very simple ye ba dwunju my Ghana no my Ghana no eno ane ye ya nti na kire se de was ye yo na my Ghana fefefe na yinyina ya pese ye tenemu no eba no na was here hwe kira kwan na yeyo se de mekana potokase mu no Yina, you will be yo. Emma or my Ghana ye yo. Yina will be yo. And he will be iron heady also to obey to me. Ayo. No one yo. Now, man, and to me, fat and to mappa infra. A young Cassian, why? And she said, I'll be Pia, some pimpins, you now tea and knee, said ye, Nanatina. And I said, I when a doctor Ebenezer, I'm a fab watching the papa you and you, and I'm see a bubble in that, and I get ya. America for more ho. Who said, Nana, and then I do not the D. 100 days, no. Say a net, and I don't know that did 100 days. Yes, within 100 days. Of a donut. Muhune say, Kokama, beautiful. Sam Safo, Dr. Jingo, Petron, Prince de Bombardier. Kabname Kisedek, that's right. Nati Bongo, Dr. Ten, among the rest. Munina and Enchia Cassia Amamu. Enchia, a year, United Kingdom phones were Abbey. Gamanche. Only board chairman, that's right. Nanasika. Also, your team catch it. We believe you're doing very well as well. Ghana for more ho. Of a coffee tune berima. Yenchia a year. Oh, why a champion? Kadachi, Sanya friend, one day. The entity here was it. There be on time have you. A born kittim. I call on my Ganemu. He wants to be close to the battlegrounds and contribute what he can also do directly to the development of our dear nation Ghana. And why a champion? What abaso? Akukudra to take up that very I will tell you it's a life-changing journey, and if you are bold enough to take it, it's very lovely, a lovely one indeed as well. Yo, yachia Ghana for you know yachia Spain for me say Spain for money doom so ama yama state of emergency. Hey, na say doom so timima state of emergency dia any was enka o ma bia minim no na was any enka emergency nka bedoso mu bedoso pa. And when I read the article when I saw the headline, I said wow. Of course it is not a norm to them, so when it happens this way now, it is deemed fit to declare a state of emergency. Several services will be affected. Several people will be affected. And they need to set up and do the needful. And I hope say Madrid for Mama Benewa Mokani Anaso ama Asumbiaba Bibia Toniko Mukama. Yo, Yachia Spin for we and Quachia France of where over Kwame. Now, Yana Breduma. Why? Yana Breduma. Yanchia of Kwame. Yanchia a monarch. A Jatrinebois Asamoa. I'm told you more than pa Edemont. Na Yanchia Finland for so. Finland for let's say a drew up some for as yet. Or the BB. Apostle, evangelist, prophet, BB. And chow moy. Na also Munya ready, Mumra. Na in Yamunkumo. Ewo Bamaso. Na and Chana can in I am monotwa. Come on. Sauti and Quadia. Oh, please and please. Sonchianum. Na one way or the other. And discover the very best we can do. the very, very best we can do in order to make Ghana an amazing, beautiful, fantabulous place for ourselves, for the people around us, and for generations to come. And then a reflective Tuesday. There's a reflect. Maybe free flow Tuesday. Yes, free flow. FFT. Free flow no the naturally say. The air and say, you may a whole quine and my flow. You flow from all angles. Now, the sentinel. Yama who quite my baby, I'll pass all them common for be out with the befa. Am I? Nemum, the OBB, and you still have to follow the basic principles, yeah. The basic principles of a year Jumedi. And they say, what the Adrian Cassia and a be the opessor near Cano will be ye p. Come on. Adrian Cassia na Yesu Yusu Yama for the sea for no so for the sea for na Omoko said 1% kwa wɔn seeking approval na wɔn si wɔba adwamanfoɔ no ɛboɔ no saa adwene kɛseɛ na Yesu de yi wɔn anom a wɔn dan wɔn ani kɔɛ no ebi wɔ mu saa adwene kɛseɛ no ebi wɔ mu ababu saa ho sɛ ɛne ɛba ne sɛ anaasɛ saa adwene kɛseɛ no ada no esi sɛ sekan sɛ wɔde hyɛ bɔ ha mu for a very long time no when you swa air blunt enti sana akwa adwen kese ne wo mu Yesu die ne fa Yesu mu no ebi wo mu so Yesu several adwen kese ne fa no mu pie ye no use pa no use I mean ebi ni say emra say no 12 years na o free ne maame ne papa nkyɛn na one mpanyimfo bi te hɔ no ɔbɔ mo nkɔmɔ na obi ba no sɛ he na wo nyɛ na maame no papa hwɛ sɛ he o maame ne papa ɛne ho am wo ma wo mu team wo ne maame ne papa right I adwen kɛseɛ pa no kind right in this adwen kɛseɛ ne bi wɔ mu you have some within you enti bra bepone kakra fama yen ewo ne yen komo aye bi die mu na bibia enye fefefe yen kwa ahoma no so e mahu se wo fa samsafo na waba ahoma no so dia ene yen ko yen ma no kwan na yen ne mon komo kakra fefe ewo kasafidie iso eni sam se wotimi nka ene omutu ho e yen ko bama so Nyamia no boko se bibia da nko mu o
This one don boko
nice one enti enene wo 100 days no me boa
sa pepepe
I see eja ekrom ha the times almost dedicate almost about 6 pages of the it's about almost 12 pages so talking about the 100 days of Donald Trump, right? You see, I'm a mono. I quite say, Osnono. Baby, I would not, and whatever describe said you will see who I'm a mono. And see, Obiane said you will see. I describe the first 100 days now. But the bottom line is, whatever the case may be, you make the very best out of whatever the case may be. And yet, who will be and feel so pleased with said you will see a young man. Said the American, whatever the case may be, it is to awaken us all to something very awesome, something very profitable for us to all embark upon. And whatever the case may be, you make the best out of it, and then you move on.
And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and the thing too, I did back when think be I can like me per se amount from TSC and say, and yet say like would be disagree with the policies or anything. My at least for me, my biggest thing is they go about how we are accomplishing these things because the policies I'm not disputing it. People I say illegal is also they've broken the law. They, yani accountability anyway. See, hold them accountable. Or say, two-person form and come chroma, put them through the due process and then send them back. That's what we're saying. Or since the government, there's too much waste and it's the open so on fire a bit more. Like I told you before, I used to work at the Department of Interior. I've seen people just, sitting around twiddling their fingers, not doing much. So I agree, there's a waste there, but there's the way of going about it. You don't just come and, boom, sakeke. You send a shock, I'm trying to, what word am I trying to say? There's like a big shock as opposed to like, if you move certain way, now a lot of these could be, averted. And like this terrorist thing. Oh, sorry, 145 bang when they are to China. So it's going to send a huge shock, like it will have a huge impact on other people. Again, we all know that America has been taken advantage of for so long. So if you want to bring people to the table to renegotiate that, by all means, let's do it. We all want that. We want what's best for America. But there is a way of bringing people to the table. Yes, me by force, no force on my table. And 145 and I like me kind first time around when we did this whole tariff thing we ended up spending like what 28 billion US dollars to bail out just the farming industry, just the farmers alone. I can only imagine who else would bail out, so again, yes, we agree with the policies. Some of them it makes sense if you think about it, but it's the way we're going about getting these, implementing these policies. That's where I differ from others. And I mean, the other day I was listening to I think a radio based in I think Kentucky or somewhere. Some apparently, with even with all the employees they let go within the IRS, it still didn't have a lot of, it didn't damage anything. So in a way, I'm just saying, at least that aspect of letting employees go from the IRS or whatever, no, it didn't impact our tax returns and filing our taxes. So I guess that's a spotlight. That's something that they
Mm-hmm.
did good, I guess you can say for now. So that's where I stand with everything. So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is, like okay, and you'll be I mean, we are so be a I mean, obi ado and obi so to I think it's an kind of yes, so
Mm-hmm.
be ado obi
Yeah.
some power some or
Mm-hmm.
sense then. So
Mm-hmm.
we are learning, and that's the biggest thing. Okay, we are learning,
Mm-hmm.
and we learn to grow. Hopefully, whether it's good or bad, everybody is going to learn something out
That's
of
right.
this whole experience.
Mm-hmm.
It that wakes something within all of us, and that's the beauty about it. So, as terrible or as good as it may be, one way or the other, we are going to learn something from it. And as human beings, if we that's what we do. We have to learn and grow. But I say if we don't learn anything from it, then we become a fool. But I will say this though, the thing that I think people are trying to point to is like, look, there's history. What he's trying to do and the way he's trying to rule, it has been done before. And the outcomes was not good. And I think that's what people are trying to point to, trying to rule with fear. The Romans did it, and where's their empire today? They went around conquering everybody and, intimidating people. And today, where do they stand? So there has already been lessons and we should learn from it, but maybe that was too long ago. So maybe we need to refresh our mind again. And this is a perfect time. We'll see the outcome after 4 years, and maybe this will stay fresh within our minds and we'll be okay for the next couple of years. So, anyway, see, back can
Yo.
find no, no, no.
Thank you so much. Na ansa na meko patron eso na ono so aboy nkomo kakra no. Men enemi hu coach bi wa ha so na me pese me
Yeah.
kan na meja mitie won so me can na say wo ho adwene be si mitrim, right? So I'm more assignment be say kotie nwum bi ahia na obedie, right? Akotie sa
Yeah,
nwum.
no, so best.
Oh,
No, caso best. Let me video, but yeah, let me kind see.
okay, no
Me
problem.
young
Okay,
country.
all right.
We are not country.
Now,
Well, after the show.
or say we wear ourselves out climbing mountains of pleasure, only to find happiness was waiting in the valley of contentment. We wear ourselves out climbing mountains of pleasure, only to find happiness was waiting in the valley of contentment. Asɛm ya ɔpani bi ɛkan wo wadwen yɛ ɔsɛ ɛwɔ ho. Ana asɛn na ate aseɛ ɛfa ɛkɔ ɔkasɛm.
Like, I don't know. My patron brand on Metro. But you know, the simple the titty and say, you know, like I've always said, you know, we okay, you know, we stress ourselves and you know we try to know more than we want to. Like we've complicated the world and the living and the lifestyle that we live. We've been convinced to think otherwise. We've been convinced to believe otherwise. But really, you know, if we just keep things in its simplest format, I think see we will all be okay. Which is why me personally, I've made a decision to just live by the Ten Commandments and not the Bible, because the Ten Commandments is more simple and it's easier to follow and remember versus a whole Bible. You have a New Testament, Old Testament anyway. So the bottom line is, you know what, just keep it simple. At the corner, all prayer, was already, you know, you have it. It's right there underneath your feet. You just have to look harder and look down, you know. Like I'm on for a person who 2 free Ghana and I say, you know, yes, I get it. Ghana is tough. But at the end of the day, you know, the opportunities are there too, you know, with a little bit of push and a little bit of system in place, you know, they will thrive just as much as we are perhaps thriving overseas. And that's what it comes down to. So, okay, my patron, bro, I'm sure he will have a better explanation. I always enjoy his teaching, and I'm sure the Bombardier also will shine some light on it.
On that as well, yeah.
Knowledge
That's
to
right.
people,
That's
yeah.
right.
But before I'm a corner, class and no count, now me person in this out. What's in our school? No, the fact that now no call basket and I know the gym bar, and I'm asking them say, hey, say na for sa with you no. They say masters in poem fan cancer, or casual masters in pokra and Kosiaga. Now we say we share university keke no, mu prefer bar no more the G area girls. And I'm on 2 years.
Say any old times no. Say old times no. But and they were hot there, but and so strong. So your boga crack they send your ball cran now call Ghana crana. That identity now a war so can cry now to me didn't someone kakra, right? And then a swati. She say yaku and nimuno. Say any be no bamo on the identity and the no win no. Doors one knowledge doors one. None your messes, those were the days. And idea, so we say university in the Bua, China universities do send or Ghana. So,
hey, just we will be born in your eye lay.
My mother and my elite. Say Petron and your man, a Petron was to me a day enjoy. And they know, yeah, and I time now to me if I enjoy you. No, I didn't sit here.
Wow. Papa Kofi Kanyo, Papa Kofi Kanyo, see, I late.
I late.
Late to cry. Hey, good to know.
It's Sana, dear, it's here. Why? Sana. Sana, dear. Now,
I not to me the G. At one time, I want to knock it up by 3.
Since I'm in yes,
and then reflective Tuesday.
Obeso since you am yes, may Ubuzam I hear
no penny one couldn't come on
menkai. Why?
On crisis with that, Matty. Only penny one couldn't come.
You patrons, so not patrons somewhere and come. Patron, so I already nothing in Kadia, Bamaso.
adwen kɛseɛ
na patron bɔkɔ deɛ
abɔdika
yo ɛne
oh
yɛgye so paa yɛgye so yo patron ɛne
kyia obi
kɔ so patron kɔ so
yo kyia obi a wotie me bia na so yɛ na yɛ brada sɛ bɛhyia baabi Ghana nti papa bi bɔ ndwom sɛ na ɔyɛ Kumase saa bibi brɛmpɔn kusi brɛmpɔn ɔsi bibi saa ɔsi Ghana nti so yɛhyia biom deɛ na Ghana nti yɛhyia wɔn nso wɔyi nyipa so yɛba bɛhyia na woka asɛm bi a wɔsɛ ɛne tete sɛ asɛm a aka no deɛ yɛ borɔfo nti wode bɛtwi mu a ɔsɛ anigye ne ahosɛpɛ no a wopɛprɛ wo ho wobɔ mpɛnten kɔ akɔpɛ no sɛ ɛwɔ fam hɔ baabi a woteɛ hɔ no a na mmom woangye antom sɛ baabiara ne ha so nansɛ yɛ anaadeɛ bi kye me sɛ moka no bɔfo bɛfɛ no nostalgia
patron ebi sɛ patron akɔfa bom wakɔfa bom yɛbɛhwɛ na wafiri bom no mu na wabɛtoa no nkɔmmɔdie no so obi bɛseɛ ɔno ane ka no mantu a ogyina hɔ nti he's on the road and every now and then na wakɔfa baabi a network no ɛte kɔ kakra let's see how quick he will be able to get back on, and then we can continue the conversation beautifully. All right, give us a moment. Something must have perhaps happened over here in the studios, and that is why this is happening. Just give us a moment to put things together, and then we get back on track beautifully.